you to the river. The riptides can make you big and strong. And all the beautiful things turn off your mind. Beautiful things that you will find. All the beautiful things inside your heart.
2 and 3. Hey, Donnie, thanks for joining us. It's a pleasure having you.
Thank you for having me once again.
No problem. Yeah, a little technical difficulties there. So let's get into your single Party Time. I know we're all looking forward to it. Describe a little bit about why you decided to hold that back and, you know, try to get things right and what you need to do to push it and when we can expect it.
Well, originally I was going to release it. Like I said, the label, we already had the 45s vinyls pressed up with, you know, the flip side was all my favorite things. And so obviously when the pandemic hit, it wasn't Party Time. So that was the wrong time to put it out. So in the third time, because the video was coming out so well when we started shooting the video, so I held it up for the third time. And the label was like, well, this time it's going to cost you money. It's up on Spotify, it's up on Amazon, it's up on this and that. I'm like, well, so we can't release it yet. Don't, you know, you as the label, wouldn't you want it with the video and everything like that? And so I ended up, make a long story short, ended up buying out of my deal. And you know, so and while we were at it, went around and bought all my records back, my solo records. We're looking at like doing a catalog deal. And but it's time. The video is so good. I mean, when you see it, you'll understand. And the song is it could be it's an anthem. It's a smash hit. You know what I mean? Nothing's a smash hit, but it would be in a perfect world. And so it's not Party Time yet either. So, you know, I'm holding it and working on finding the best options for promoting it and what we're going to do with it and who's going to put it out and this and that. It might be us, but you're the first person to find this out. That I just decided, because I'm tracking new stuff, and I just decided today that I'm going to put one out before Party Time, just a song, a new song that I'm tracking. It's a heavy song too, so people, you know, they're getting me stigmatized as a pussy now because of the Beautiful Things record, you know. And so this one's kind of heavy, kind of punk, and it's almost done. So I'm thinking, let's put this one out and we'll launch a little campaign with merchandise and stuff and make the rounds again. We'll probably be calling you back and doing it and, you know, previewing it everywhere. And it's too much downtime that I've had, you know. And we released the flip side of Party Time, the original. I'm sitting on 1,000 useless Party Time vinyls too, because we retracked the song once the video was so good, you know. I retracked it with Chip on the bass and Roger Manning from Jellyfish on the keys and horns and stuff, and of course Mike Tholen mixing it, and Mike, I sent Mike the tracks originally, because the original tracks I had done at home and stuff, and, you know, very unconventional techniques that I have, which is no technique, and I can't mix anything. And so I sent those tracks to Mike, you know, and mix this, and he's like, fuck you, man. He goes, there's like 80 tracks, because if something was missing from the mix, I would just add something that's missing, you know what I mean? I would just add little things, and so the tracks, so many tracks. So he insisted to retract it, and it came out amazing. It's you know, it's like I said, we're not going to waste this one. This has got the most marketability and of any song I've ever written in my whole life career. And,
wow, that's saying something.
Yeah, and Chip and I were trying to write one, like, you know, it's that we are the champions. I want to rock and roll all night, party every day. You know, Poison ain't nothing but a good time. It's one of those anthems, I mean, but the video is amazing. And just to give you a hint on it, I'll give you here a little hint.
Okay.
That's the theme of it. It's
you know, the video.
Yeah, with the real Batman, I'm Batman. It really more like Rat Man, The whole cast of characters in it. There's performance, and then there's like a whole storyboard and a cast of characters, and it's great, and you'll see it. And it's best video I think I've ever made. I think it's better than Fly Michelle and New Thing. It's more representative of me, and but you'll hear when it's not a cheesy song like those other ones. Because it means you could sit down and write something like that, but to have it have the same integrity of and the style of everything that I've written and done through, with Enuff Z'nuff or my solo stuff, that was the tricky part. And so one finally came along, and so I'm not going to waste it with the video and stuff, and still working things out of where I'm going to go, as far as labels and stuff like that. And it's otherwise, without label backing and shit, it's expensive to make a record. And we did the pledge thing first. For Beautiful Things, we started off with the pledge thing, and then they just fucked everybody. Of course, once I get in there, and so that was a difficult situation. I had to take this shitty deal, and just because I needed to, I wanted to honor that pledge and get everybody that pledged. I wanted to get them their CDs and stuff that they pledged for, as everybody else just fucked their fans got fucked, everybody got fucked. But I took that shitty deal so that they would press up those CDs and get them out and stuff like that, and got them to everybody. And there was a lot of physical work in that. Me and my whole family are, just autographing 1,000 of them. Pulling them out of the damn wrapper, and because they don't have like a cigarette package thing on them, you got to bite the thing open and stuff, and then you sign it, put it back in, and then put them back in the box, and that's pain in the ass. But then when you got to get the mailing list and physically put them all in a package, postage, sending them out in the mail and stuff like that. And as far as party time, I'm holding it up until it's party time. There's a lot of stuff coming up that. There's a lot of Batman coming up, Batman shit and stuff like that. So it's good timing for that. And the song, I think I want to try to get like a commercial, to use it in a commercial or something, alcohol commercial or something. But,
you want to write a song that you feel really strongly about it and just drop into a black hole. That's a lousy feeling.
Yeah, and I've been talking about it for forever now. Going on close to a year that it was originally going to be released, and so here we are. Almost a year later, and nothing. And so, I got to do something. I put something out, just to build up the buzz a little bit again, and make the rounds of PR and shit like that, and figure out what I'm going to do, as far as long-term career-wise, and get it all figured. I would like to own this one just in case, and that, instead of losing 40% of it somewhere, I would, but. I'd rather have part of something than all of nothing. So we're seeing what's going on,
I hear you. That makes sense. Can you tell us anything about the proposed box set from Enuff Z'nuff, the Cleopatra deal?
They are, we did that licensing deal for it's all the records except the very first two, which are still owned by Atco Atlantic. And I do believe that they just put something out, I think the first record or something, and so we couldn't do the deal. Those aren't ours, back to us in next year. So then we can go with those two, and that's when we're going to go and do a publishing deal, because those are the ones that are actually worth the money.